Alright, so we start off with 2100 degree glass. All the glass inside this furnace is clear. We attach it onto a metal pipe. Take it over to a table. Marver it is this process, which is pushing the glass off the metal pipe. Add the first layer of color, which is a base coat of white. And then I'm going to melt that in. The process includes several heats. Some of them are for shaping and some of them are for melting in color. After I get the first base coat melted in, that's when I'm going to add my first dip in the multicolor. I've created a mix to give it an effect of a lot of depth and difference in colors with an extra amount of purple. Because white is such a strong color, we do 3 coats of all the mixed color to 1 coat of white. As you go through this process, you want to keep the piece hot. Usually it's 1700 to 2200 degrees, the glass is at any point throughout the process. This will be my last bit of color. The thing I'm still going to do to the color is manipulate it with a pair of tweezers, which will create little swirls and effects in there. As you can watch in here, the color actually melts. So it starts off looking like grains. They start to soften up and melt and become one with the clear glass and the other color. After I get it to a point where it's fluid and molten enough that it flows, that's when I take it to the bench and I use a pair of tweezers to swirl those colors. I just create little effects in it. Everything I do to the surface affects the coloring. It's just a random process just to create an added little effect in it. After I get all the coloring done, then that's when I'm going to melt it in and smooth it out. After I smooth the bumps and dips out, I will go ahead and put an air bubble in there, and then I'll blow it out and shape it. So right now it's starting to get liquid again. So I know here in 5 seconds I'm going to go back over to the bench and I'm going to use newspaper. This is one of my favorite shaping tools. It's the Wall Street Journal. And it allows me to smooth and shape and clean up any areas that need work. Now that's nice and smooth, I do a technique called blow and cap. I blow and trap a lot of pressure in there, and then I sit there and monitor it to watch when the bubble starts to grow. Right now it's just starting to grow. There, it's starting to get bigger and bigger. Before it gets too big, I'm going to go give it some more heat, because the next step in the process is to cut down the top so I can make it into an ornament. The thinner the walls are, the faster it heats up. So give it a little stretch. Start the initial cut-in line. Give it some air. Cut that line in again. Give it some air. Cut that in again. Now I have all my color on there. I have it swirled to an effect. Now I cool this spot down, and that creates a weakness. It's the weakest spot in this whole entire piece, and we need that weakness to break this piece off here, which we come over here to this. This is vermiculite. It's a gardening insulation, but it also works good for glass. We'll tap and it comes right off of there. Now I grab some more glass on another pipe. And this is going to be the glass smooth. First I will attach it. Stretch it. Cut it. And bend the loop over. Straighten it. And then it needs to go into this cooling box to cool overnight. And there you are.